you know, they're as a support unit. Um, but yeah, it's just Zergling Infestor here for Toro Uni, which I don't think is the best. Now we have a pretty solid army going here. I had quite a few probes built up that I could send over and saturate. Really good economy here. Let's take a look at the income tab actually. Yeah, so the Shadowsbane is at the top of the income tab, followed by me, and then Toro Uni and KillerB are doing pretty good. Predator PK has nothing going on. He transferred all of his probes, so he's got nothing mining the rest of those out of that base, out of his main base. And he's way oversaturated at his expansion, so that's another lesson. Like, you want the income spike. Okay, I have teched up to DTs, Dark Templar here. I just feel like a lot of the time in these games, and it looks like Predator also did. But you can tech up to DTs, and a lot of them don't send an observer with their major attack. It really gets easily overlooked. So it's DTs and Zealots coming at us right now, and let's hope we've got observer. Where is it? Where is it? We are hope. Oh, here comes the Overseer right here. So yeah, I gotta say thanks to KillerB for getting that. They do not, however, have an observer, so my DTs are going to do a crap load of damage. You know, it only takes, look at that, I've got 3 DTs, and they can just do so much damage if they are not spotted. Now, unfortunately, these DTs are not being detected. They're following our main army, but looks like, oh, just a massive drop went down in KillerB's base. He had to fight that off. He could not micro that observer. Well, sorry, overlord, overseer. Oh Jesus, I can't talk. But anyway, yeah. So he couldn't micro that at the time. Finally, the overseer gets with our group. How many DTs do I have now? I've got 7. Looks like 7 DTs with my main force, and they're gonna go down pretty fast. They've got an overseer over here, so it looks to me like you know, I've only got a tiny amount of troops here in this main battle. Don't have too much else going on. Nice siege tanks up here. Looks like we're probably going to get pushed back, although really we could have pushed in here. There was, I mean, some supporting troops coming. I don't know, it was dicey. I think, a good move for Shadowsbane to retreat. We did some damage. Look at this. It's just still no mining expansion for Geo. Predator PK lost all of his probes. So yeah, really good solid attack. Did a lot of economic damage. Shadowsbane talking about the tanks and ultras. Yeah, those tanks have got to go if we're gonna do okay. KillerB is getting neural parasite, or he has neural parasite, so hopefully he can use those on a couple of these tanks. But let's just take a look at the production tab here. I've got a robotics facility coming up. I think what I was thinking there. Oh, and got a Nexus coming up. I'm just asking for a second because I built 4 extra gateways. I'm up to 8 gateways. Needed it for the Blink Stalkers. So I fall a little bit behind. Here comes the main battle, though. Still, they have got to have no money. Not having these mining bases. 555 for them. I just big attack on our base. Looks like Shadowsbane is going to have to hold that off. The main attack is up here. Geo has siege tanks. I'm going to focus those down with my stalkers. Shadowsbane has his stalkers focusing down all these the infestors here. They had to run off. But really good supporting roaches here from KillerB. He has, I love the roaches and infestors. Unfortunately, you can't neuroparasite any. He can't neuroparasite any ultralisks here, but he does have a neuroparasite on an infestor, so I guess he can use up its energy or something like that. But see, that is the one problem with infestors is oh, and now there's a big battle. I had to withdraw all my here. Let's just rewind about a minute here, because they did have that major attack come in through here. Didn't kill off any of my probes or anything like that. Shadowsbane is kind of backed up, but yeah, Predator, PK, and Geo, they did a decent amount of damage with these guys popping in through our base. However, just because of the Protoss ability to warp in units, they need a forward pylon. They need to be constantly really enforcing that if they're going to do any serious damage. So Shadowsbane is pushing in here, just cleaning these up. Like, Geo is... he must not have had any probes or SCVs. Yeah, he's got 20 SCVs now. It's hard to say if he lost a lot. But, yeah, just the expansion game. They did not expand. They were trying to push too hard for the units. And at this point, I've got my third base up. Nobody's mining it. I just am constantly pumping in stalkers. I've got my forward pylon right here. So now I've got this big stalker army. Went with the blink. And it looks to me like these guys are not going to have the income to stay in this game. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they have any income, to be honest. Like, how are these not mined out by now? Like they were almost mined out earlier in the game, and he's had those probes going for a while. But anyways, yeah. So it seems to be going pretty good. Take out the expansion there for the Zerg. A little bit of blink micro here to save some stalkers from dying, but all in all, I mean, the stalker force is so big at this point that there's nothing that's really going to be taking it out. So yeah, and then just walking in, there's really the Zerg had the best income for his team and was unable to pull it out. We were able to macro up our armies a lot better than the opponents. The blink stalkers worked really well. I took out the siege tanks. Yeah, and Geo leaves the game. He was out of minerals. That's me, by the way, Bob. So, yeah, why am I owning so hard? I guess, I don't know, it just went my way. Blink Stalkers turned out to be a good unit for this map and for their unit production, but even by the end, I was starting to mine this gold here. I was just mined out there at my main base. Still had lots of probes here. Really, we ended up winning just because the expansion game, and Predator and Geo, they could have expanded way earlier. They had the opportunity, but they just didn't take advantage of it. So that's how we won. Good, solid aggression. We kept on the attack, and we had the money to withstand it. So sustain it, withstand it. It was yeah, some combination of those. Okay, well, I better stop this before I make a further idiot of myself. Thanks for listening, and that's it.